Hello everyone, my name is Michael Hicks and I will be going over my service project I did for Cirrus Aviation for Aviation 245. Overview of the project, we are going to conduct a FOD walk. FOD is foreign object debris, and get all the debris off the ramp. Then we replace all of the tie-down ropes for the flight school. Objectives, pretty cut and clear. Get all of the debris off of the ramp and then replace all the tie-down ropes. Our plan of action, in the morning me and my team would meet in the FBO. We would go over the plan for the day with the team and the flight school. After that, we'd gather the materials needed, bring them out to the ramp, and once that was done, we would conduct our FOD walk, collect everything that we found, throw it away. Once that was done, remove the tie-down ropes, and then once all the ropes were done and disposed of, we would go to lunch, come back, and then we would replace all of the ropes with the new ones that we have. Once that's completed, we would return any material we didn't use to the flight school. And once everything was off the ramp was clean, ropes were on, go back into the FBO, and I would debrief my team and the flight school on the project that was completed. Once that was completed, I would release the team for the day. My contingency plan, the weather doesn't always play along, especially in Florida, and I needed a project I could do out of the weather. And since I noticed that the flight school desperately needed new chocks, I figured that could be my contingency plan if I wasn't able to complete my primary. As for the application of strengths, being deliberative and analytical, I can see issues before they become serious, and then when I find these issues, I can find ways around them that allow us to continue our plan with the smallest amount of disruption as possible. And since I have a good rapport with my team members, I'm not concerned about them having any kind of miscommunication or misunderstanding, because if there is any of that, they are more than comfortable with approaching me regarding any issue that they have. As for my team, Josh, he's a good friend of mine. He works as a lead tech for Coke, but he's having back surgery in a few days, so I wanted to make some concessions for him, and I didn't want him to injure himself in the process of our project. My next door neighbor, Alex, he's a very smart kid. He loves woodworking. He's very good with it, and he also works as a charge nurse. And then Jennifer, she is, once again, very smart. She's very determined, very driven, and she will get a project done almost no matter what. She will do everything she can to complete the project. She's also my wife, so I commend her for that. The project, it did not go as planned at all. When I was in the planning phase for the tie-down ropes, I realized that it was too expensive. Some of the materials wouldn't arrive until after the project was supposed to be completed, and the weather the day of, it looked like it was supposed to be raining all day. So with those in mind, I decided to move to my contingency plan, which was chalk building. So I researched the materials needed for chalks, and it turned out that it was very easy to get the materials needed, and I was actually able to buy them the same day I researched them. So I went out, got the materials, and we began the following day. So on Friday, we began by cutting the materials into 1-foot sections, and then taking those 1-foot sections and cutting them into triangles to form chalks. Once that was done, we began sanding the chalks and installing the hardware to attach the ropes. Then after we were completed with that, we started painting the following day, so on Saturday. However, about 20 minutes into the painting, it started to rain, so we had to move everything inside so we can continue the project. We continued painting inside, but the pressure-treated lumber that I chose for the chalks wasn't accepting the paint very well, and Josh recommended to use an oil-based paint for I think it was called safety yellow. Using that and a 2-inch roller, and we could roll it onto the wood instead of using spray paint. So I took his advice and his recommendations, went out, got the paint, tried it, and it worked out very well. The paint coverage was great, and after that I cut out a stencil for the flight school's logo and used some green spray paint to put their logo on the chalks. My wife and I went to the airport on Sunday to deliver and place the chalks onto the aircraft. Alex wasn't able to go with us because he got called into work, and him being a nurse, I understand that the healthcare profession is very demanding. Since Josh is having back surgery in a few days, I didn't want to jeopardize his health in any way by having him bend down underneath aircraft, especially right before his back surgery. So my wife and I went out and delivered the chalks. When we got there, the chalks that were under some of the aircraft, they were in terrible shape. They were just splinters. They wouldn't stop anything from rolling. Flight school was very thankful for the chalks. I said they look great. They're looking forward to seeing how they hold up, and since they're pressure treated wood, they should hold up quite well. Because of the work my team and I did on this project, we were able to present these very useful devices to a flight school that was in desperate need of them. For recommendations for other people who want to do a project like this, I can safely say you need to research your materials needed as early as you possibly can. Some materials seem like you can find them anywhere, and that's not always the case. If you anticipate even the smallest snag, it can avoid large problems and delays in the progress of your project. So I appreciate your attention, and thank you very much.